there's like intel. There's pirate camps. Like, are we gonna just turn this into like a go smash pirates now for the next month or so?
Pirate camps?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Gotta be a monster out there.
You gotta be a monster.
It's crazy though, because like the way we get exposed to this stuff is through like video games or like scenes in a movie or whatever. But a lot of these firefights that'll happen, this isn't. It's not like it's 2 minutes or something like that. They're happening over a period of hours. This one you just described starts at like 3 a.m. and it's happening when the sun's coming up.
Yeah.
And it's not like that entire time everyone's shooting.
No, you're maneuvering. You're
right.
Okay, we're gonna go here. We're gonna do this. Yeah.
Right. How do you mean like what's going on with the adrenaline during that where you like can kind of maintain that level of like, oh shit, we're in the middle of something when there's also, all these, I guess like almost lull times in the middle of the actual action going down. You know what I mean?
You gotta have that throttle, man. Throttle up, throttle down.
Mm.
And like you're hungry. Like fuck these guys. Like our canine shot, which is just as valuable as a dude, and our dude got shot. Like I'll stay out here for fucking weeks. I don't give a shit. They're going down. Yeah.
Had you had up to this point? Had you had any of your guys be shot or injured or killed in battle? So that was the first.
That was the first for me, yeah.
What was that like, seeing that?
It's hard because when you're rolling around with like those dudes with night vision and you're like, we're the baddest motherfuckers in the world. Like, we got this. Like, we're untouchable. And then boom, you're like, oh shit, like the bullets do go both ways. Like, damn. It's a wake-up call. It's like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine what that'd be like because it's someone you're tight with, you train with every day, and then they're this beast, and then suddenly it's like, oh, we got to get him out of here.
Yeah,
life's in danger.
Mm-hmm.
And you calling like a helicopter for that?
Yep.
Those guys are good.
No, those guys are damn near fucking. They're surgeons.
They're
like
surgeons.
The pararescue guys are fucking badass. They're like, yeah, we got you.
But they're literally, they're going through like terrain in Afghanistan.
Yeah.
To get that part is crazy.
Yeah, they're badass. I love those guys. Yeah.
So that fight ends because you take the guys out and whatever, and this is another like 6-month deployment to Afghanistan.
Shorter. I think it's 3 months.
Shorter, and you're there the whole time. You're not going anywhere.
Oh yeah.
Okay, but you deployed to other places around the world too, right? Like you talked about the Philippines, but like you were in Iraq and Afghanistan. You went to some other places as well, right?
I mean, I spent some time off the coast of Africa. Yeah.
What was going on there?
An American got kidnapped off a ship.
What was that? I don't remember that.
Yeah, Captain Phillips.
Oh, that was Captain Phillips.
Yeah.
You made that sound way different. That didn't go. So you were a part of that one.
Yeah.
What did that like? What were you guys doing there?
So we were on standby, and we got the call. And the day before, I was told I was being trained as a load master to make sure everybody gets there on time and loads up the planes and get a head count and make sure the weight's good. And when we got the call, all of that went to shit. I mean, the boats were overweight, the planes were overweight, and then I had the manifest. Okay, everyone's here, and then like four guys show up, and they're like, "Move!" I'm like, I'm a nobody. I'm an E5 at the time, and they're like, "Motherfucker, I'm the CO of SEAL Team 6. Get the fuck out of the way." And I'm like, "Yes, sir." Like, so I'm like, so much for this, piece of paper. It didn't matter.
Yeah.
Like the head shit. You guys are like, we're not getting on this plane. I'm like, Roger that. We fucking flew in, jumped in. I wasn't on the ship that took shots. I was on a different ship, and I didn't realize how big of a deal that mission was. When we got back, it was like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, it was cool and we saved him, but like, all right. Apparently, SEAL Team 6 was created and like their initial mission statement was to be able to do a hostage rescue at sea. And like, it happened and we did it. And I was like, oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was badass.
Yeah.
My friend Jim Diorio was ex-special West Point Special Forces, but at this time he had been a long-time guy at the FBI. So he was one of the dudes like called into that to, I guess like, I don't remember if it was like negotiation or, whatever. Yeah. But I love when he talks about, because I'm like, so what happened? He's like, fucking painted the floor, bro. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, I mean, it means what it means. They got taken out.
Yeah, that's it.
Quick and dirty work. But that was like a whole. Obviously, they made the movie and it became a famous story. But was there like outside of them just taking it hostage? Was there also like some stuff with that ship that made it a little different too, or was it just a straightforward hostage thing?
Apparently, when they took it, they're like, "Oh, we thought this was a French vessel," and it was like, "Too fucking bad, it's not." Like, no take backsies, bud. Like, you're fucked. Yeah, and then they eventually moved him to that rescue boat, which is very small and very tight quarters. And the boys who took the shot took awesome shots, and yeah, they made it work.
And how long were you guys there for?
We stayed longer than we probably should have. Because, we had all of our shit. We're right there. And there's like intel, there's pirate camps. Like, are we going to just turn this into like a go smash pirates now for the next month or so?
Pirate camps?
Oh, yeah. Like legit pirate camps up and down the coast. So we were like, all right, let's go. And then
let's go.
They're like, nah, not approved. Okay, go home.
So it's just the boat.
It's just
basically.
It was just that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's got to be like because it's I imagine you're talking about Somalia, like it's another country too, so you're going into this country,
exactly.
You're gonna smash it, geopolitical
but
implications.
Like, well, they're here, we're really close, yeah. It'd be really convenient, yeah. And I was all about it. I'm like, let's go, let's do it, yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever go somewhere? Like the places you're talking about are all some level of like crazy shit going down. Did you go somewhere that you wouldn't have expected to go while you were in we're going to get to after the teams, but while you were in the teams that you're like, oh, we're doing a mission there? No.
All pretty standard.
All standard Warzone stuff. And where was your last rotation before you became a trainer?
In Afghanistan. So
that was the one in 2009.
Yeah.
What made you want to stop and become a trainer?
There was a little bit of fallout at the command I was at SEAL Team 6, and then the war started changing. When halfway through my time there, we had to bring 5 indigenous with us, troops.
Yeah.
So we're like, okay, we can manage that. You 5 sit in the back, stay out of the way. Don't point your AKs at the back of my head. And then as that evolved, it was more, and then it turned into like, okay, 5 of you guys can go with X amount of them. It's like, whoa, what are we doing here? And then we'd see all these crazy shit like, can you guys not wear body armor? You look too intimidating. Can you guys not work at night because that's very scary for the locals? Like all this crazy shit. I'm like, what? So I think a lot of guys saw that writing on the wall. And when I had even the smallest turmoil at my team, I was like, I'm out of here. I'm going back to California. Because I'm from California. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
And this is before the Bin Laden raid.
Yep.
And all that. So none of that was even a thought at this time, right? Like
Bin Laden was always a thought.
He was a thought, but like that mission itself to go to Abbottabad didn't exist yet.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. So some of the guys, it's fair to say though that the guys who were on that mission are guys you worked with extensively.
Oh yeah.
All of them or most of them?
I mean, except for the new guys that came except for the new guys that came after I left, I didn't know them, but like the core team, yeah.
Did you get some FOMO on that one?
No, everyone asked me like, oh, and no, I'm actually happy for them. Like, good. And when you decide to leave something, leave it.
Yeah.
Right?
I wouldn't think you're not happy for him. I'm just like, you'd be sitting there like, damn, I wish I was on that one with him.
I only feel that way when like something bad happens. Like, man, maybe I could have been a difference maker. Maybe so-and-so wouldn't have got hit or whatever. That's the only time I'm actually genuinely happy for dudes going out and doing awesome things. I'm like stoked for them. Because I know through my timing, I got so lucky. So go get some.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get it.
It's also amazing that they got out of there unscathed considering what happened with the Black Hawk on the way. Like that whole thing is unbelievable. Like how that went down.
Wild.
Yeah. And why is there like, I got to be honest, I don't really pay attention to it, so I don't know a ton of details, but there's all these like in the background you see these internet arguments about like, well, you didn't shoot Bin Laden or it was actually him or like what's the deal there?
I have no idea. And here's what I say. unless one guy flies out by himself and does something, then you can say you did something, right? You could be like, yeah, I was the first one to shoot him with this, but to me, like, you're flying on Army helicopters. You have support with the PJs and combat controllers, and there's SEAL Team 6 there. Like, America killed them, right? Like, we all did as a team. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Now, if guys want to say, well, I was the first guy to put a round, not a second, like, then that's for them to argue out. I'm not interested in it. But I do know that some of them feel very strongly about it. So if they want to argue that point, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You remember where you were when that happened?
Mm-hmm.
Where were you?
I was in Pacific Beach, San Diego, and I got a encrypted weird text from somebody, and I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, really. And this was at like 10:30 a.m. So I called up all my boys in San Diego, and I said, hey, leave work. We're going to go to the bar. And I took them out, and I'm like, what's going on? Because I don't think it was announced till like 11:45 that night.
It wasn't. You're 10:30 a.m. West time, which is 1:30 a.m. East time. It got announced during Sunday Night Baseball with the Phillies and I want to say the Mets at maybe like 8:15.
Yeah.
Something. So that'd be 5:15 your time. So you knew about it like 7 hours before.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And they're like, what? They're like, Dirty, are you sure? I'm like, bro, like, I'm sure. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah. And then we were on the bar and they saw it. And they're like, holy fuck. I'm like, I told you. I told you. I told you. Yeah.
That's amazing.
It was fun. It was a cool day.
I was going to say, like, that, I
I was proud, you know?
Right?
Yeah.
Like, you're in it, too. But, like, as a civilian, what was so cool about that day is there's no politics. Everyone was like, we fucking got him, bro.
Yeah.
And I wonder if today it would be like that.
No. Because it's cool to fucking be a shithead and just go the opposite direction of everyone else.
Yeah.
Just so you can feel special and post it on Instagram.
100% true, man. I don't know how we got there.
I don't think because it's easy, right? If you wanted to be famous back in the day, you had to be on a Wheaties box. That's waking up at 4 a.m. being the best in the fucking world at a discipline. Now, you can just say some wild shit. I don't think half the people even really believe what they're protesting, but now they're special. Now they're part of a tribe. Yeah. Now they can have more followers. It's not waking up at 4 a.m. to get yourself on a Wheaties box and get a gold medal.
That's right.
It's just being controversial. Boom. Now you're a fucking influencer.
And you're incentivized to do that, too.
Yes.
You're not incentivized. Like, I saw this weird thing happen politically, like in the 2010s, where it started on the left side, where like if you were on the left and you said one thing that was like against them, they kicked you off and they called you right. And then eventually the same thing infected to the right side. Mm-hmm. And so now when I look online, you know, politics is even like so cloudy with all the different wars going on around the world. And there's some weird alliances there for sure. But you see people who, you know, let's say they're looking into maybe some conspiracy or something like that. They're incentivized to, at the end of looking into it, be like, see, it's a conspiracy, the full thing, I just proved it. Yeah. They're not incentivized to be like, well, I researched this and actually there's not much there.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. And that, I don't know when we fully jumped the shark on that, but as someone who worries a lot about free speech and people who may want to take that away, man, not that it's ever right to do that. I'm like, man, are you giving them some leverage to be like, see?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No. That really concerns me a lot.
Yeah. I mean, I think that changed when the extreme left and right was like, you said this, you're not with us, and you're that. Me, I'm pro-choice, right? But no one's going to take my guns. But I've also been at Bass Pro Shops buying ammo, watch a guy buy a gun that should not have had a gun. So
you're what we call reasonable.
Yeah, exactly, right? But to the left, they're like, oh, he has a gun, he's bad. And to the right, like, oh, he's pro-choice, he's bad. So, like, whatever.
It's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
It's and like it's gotta be frustrating for someone like you who's seen the real shit, seeing people fight over bullshit here.
It's so frustrating. It's really saddening to where as of right now, I'm just avoiding it. I'm just trying to, because I'm trying to work on other things and move forward with my life. But I know the answer isn't ignoring it, but I want to be in a spot to like, okay, really take it in and then ask the real question, is there anything I can actually do about it?
Thank you for watching the video, guys. If you haven't already subscribed, please smash that subscribe button and check out this clip's full podcast episode by clicking here or in the description below.